Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Lisa Lachendro reaching out to you from Insurance Agency Marketing Services. I'm so glad that you are able to join our webinar today. I've got Melva Newbrough on the phone with North American. Melva, say hi.
Hello, everyone. Yay.
Melva's been with North American for 6 months. No, I'm just joking. She's been with North American for, we'll
It'll
say,
be 22 years.
I didn't know if you want me to throw the number out there. Okay, so for over
Sure, I'm old.
20. So with that in mind, we've got an expert on the line here. Melva, as always, I appreciate your time and joining us today and kind of going over some exciting news with North American. We're going to go over their VersaChoice product, rate increases, woo woo, and then also highlight on some other perks and things that you get with North American that we're super happy to partner and be able to provide that for our agents. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I see a lot of familiar names on here for those of you that are returning back with us. Thanks for joining us today. And I do see some new names in here that I don't recognize. So for those of you that this is your first webinar with IMAS, welcome aboard. I'm happy to have you with us. And I'm going to go over a few slides here, a few perks, a little bit about IMAS and working with us. You know, I call it the IMAS family because our agents really get that feel that they're part of a family. Here, we treat you like family. We have no voicemail. You're always going to talk to a live body. That's just part of our support. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started and get into the goods. So for those of you that are new to us, coming out of the gate, we want to welcome you to, well, I like the IMAS family. And we provide a new producer builders bonus. And what that means is that the first 6 months that you are writing business with us, you will end up in one of these levels: 100,000, 250, 750, million, and hey, aim for the sky and go for higher than that if you want. I won't stop you. But each of these levels has some perks that we're going to go ahead and hand out to you that will help you with your business. Our goal is to grow your business, or help you achieve your goals or exceed your goals. So we like to hand you a little something back to help you with that, putting money back into your business to grow your business. That's the way it goes. These are just examples of what IMAS will provide you at a $100,000 level or $1 million level. We obviously, these 4 examples that we provide for each level is just to give you an idea. We think outside the box. We'll probably end up doing some sort of a marketing evaluation with you, learning more about your business, and then throwing out some ideas that would really benefit you instead of just something, taking $750 in cash. Maybe there's something else that would work better for you. So Steve Murray is awesome, president of our company. He loves thinking outside the box and doing what's best for your business. So keep that in mind. Next, who doesn't like a referral? I know there is no better compliment than receiving a referral. You love referrals, so do we. But we're going to reimburse you and show you our appreciation for those referrals by giving you a slight override for that business that gets in the house. $50 when they contract, $1,000 when they write some additional business. We pay those out quarterly. You can see what the override percentage would be for each type of product. But yeah, I mean, this is something that comes out of our pocket and goes directly into yours just by referring someone that you think would be a good fit for us here at IMAS. Next, I want to let you guys know, I mean, those that are already working with us, you can vouch for this without a doubt that our back office support is one of a kind and the best in the industry. With that in mind, we'll do all your case design. We will do all of your help you with all your contracting. Well, basically all of your back office stuff. And what I tell agents that I start working with, I said, we want you guys to be out in front of clients. That's what you do best. You need to be in front of people, and don't need to be spending an hour on the phone waiting for a carrier. No offense, Melva, to give you status. Not that North American is, but there are a lot of carriers out there that they're kind of a situation, we'll say, to deal with, just to get status on a case or get an application through. Let IMS do all of that for you. There's no need for you to be on the phone for an hour. Let us do all the back work, help you with marketing, help you with the tools and the resources that we have, and just cut your day short and let you do what counts. And that's, like I said, talking to folks. Let me know if you have any questions on this. Contact your marketer, contact your new business person. If there's any resources that you are working with that you need help with that we can assist you with, let us know and we'll see what we can do to help you out. One of our resources would be our website. I encourage all of you to write this website down. Go into your browser right now, save it to your favorites. It's www.imsinc.com. Here, you're going to have term quoters. You have access to Annuity Rate Watch. You have access to our sales resource library. It has one-pagers. It has all sorts of different tools and presentations and things you can use with your clients. A lot of really good, easy access to resources that that is at your fingertips, really. So I encourage you all to take a look at that. If you would like a run view of what our website can do for you, call your marketer, call myself. I run people through our website all the time, and they always find something that's going to be of value to them. So don't hesitate to let us know. On our website, we also have Firelight. Firelight, if you haven't heard of it, it's one of the best e-app tools in our industry for annuities. Here's just naming a few of the carriers. We try to keep this as updated as possible, but a majority of our carriers are on Firelight. If you're not registered for Firelight, let me know or call the office. We'll get you instructions. Firelight is the easiest way to submit any business. If you are still interested in getting wet signatures, you can still do the application in Firelight. Print it out before you hit submit. Print it out, take it to the client. It all looks nice and neat. You'll know you have the right forms. You'll know you don't have to second guess for missing some information because it helps you with that. And you can download the wet signatures and still submit it electronically. So if you have any questions on Firelight, let us know. I'm telling you, once you start using it, if you're not already, you will find it so much easier and save you quite a bit of time. Next, our creative marketing solutions. Please know that we have all the tools here to help you succeed and grow your business, whether that's revamping a logo, creating an entire website, web design, handouts, postcards. I've even done yard signs for people doing workshops. These guys are so talented that we have here. They're all in-house. I'm so excited, when they come out with stuff. I mean, it just blows my mind how creative these guys are. So don't hesitate to reach out to your marketer, reach out to our creative team themselves. We're here to help you look the best you can and get you whatever tools that you need. Another thing that we offer here is our retirement analyzer. This is a nice tool that usually does cost to have access to. This is not an IMS tool, but this is, if you Google retirement analyzer, you can see what those costs are. However, being contracted with IMS and writing business with IMS, we will pay for that fee for you, that membership fee for you, and give you access to retirement analyzer. It's got a great way to show, shortfall of retirement income, tax consequences, all sorts of good tools here that help you do your presentations. with your clients and find out what their needs are. So if you have any questions on how to access Retirement Analyzer or interested in that, just let your marketer know or give the office a call and we'll be happy to assist you. Next, I want to chat with you all a little bit about our IMAS Wealth Management team. These guys came around. Charles and Steve thought, what else could we possibly bring to the table for our agents? Well, why not our IMAS Wealth Management team for our financial advisors that are securities licensed, or even those of you that are looking to get securities license or interested in it, we can help you with that too. One thing, when I was an agent back in the day, before I got securities license, I had to split my commissions or refer that securities business to a guy, and guess what? It is a dog-eat-dog world, and he took the rest of the business I could have written. So IMAS Wealth Management has a special place in my heart. Wish I had this when I was an agent, but the cool thing is that you can refer those clients that are in needs of some securities, and they'll take care of your client for you. You can be on the phone with them, and just control that client and keep that client in your backyard. Then, if you decide to get registered or get licensed, IMAS Wealth Management will then transfer that client back to you once that happens. So, I don't know of a better partnership than IMAS Wealth Management and working with folks in the fixed index market. But if you have any questions on this, please let me know. I'm actually going to put a poll out here. If you would like additional information, Duncan in the IMAS Wealth Management office, Zach, Charles, they're also amazing in answering those questions. So don't hesitate to give us a call if this isn't a good time. Keep us in mind for 5-6 months down the road when you think that maybe you're ready to look at doing something like this. So I'll just give it another minute. All right. Looks like I've got most of you that's answered, so I appreciate those of you that's participated. Next, we're going to keep on rolling with the show. We have our top producer summit. I know a lot of IMOs, a lot of carriers, they all do trips, who doesn't, but we're really pulling the stops out for this one. This is our top producer summit. We still have time to qualify. Qualification period ends on June 30th of this year. 4.5 million points to qualify. We'll be doing a Mediterranean cruise, going Rome, Italy, Venice. You can see all the different stops. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stops, guys. So if you have any questions on how to qualify for this trip, give us a shout. I'd be happy to answer those questions for you. Next, we have our Life and Annuity Academy. Ooh, we've got some news with North American on this one. North American is partnering with us for our next academy. We're so excited. We're going to be like the first folks in your building, aren't we, Melva?
You sure are, yes.
Nice. North American just built a brand spanking new building, and we're so excited to have them host for us and bring people to the table. But it's going to be a 2-day training. IMS and North American, we take care of all your flights, food, everything. You could leave your pocketbook at home. We take care of your travel, your transportation, and then we're going to do 2 hardcore days of training. This isn't going to be insurance 101. This is going to be more on the advanced side, on the life and annuity side with North American. So if you are interested in more information on this academy, please be sure that you answer the poll here, and I'll be sure to give you a call and make sure that you've got all the information that you want on that agenda. But that is happening Early April, right?
Early April. I don't have the
Yeah.
exact date right in front of me,
I
but
think
yeah.
I think it's like the first week of April, first or second. But we are currently taking registrations on this, guys, and we are limited on seats. So if this is something that you're interested in, sooner the better. You get registered, so that we can get the seats figured out and all that jazz. But yeah, totally excited to do this with North American. Obviously, we're a marketing organization, so we're going to have Facebook and LinkedIn. Here's our Facebook and LinkedIn pages. I do encourage you all um, like us, share us, invite your friends. We are always trying to keep you updated on these social media platforms. And with that, Melva, hopefully I didn't take too
Yes.
much time. I want to pass the show over to you. Let me get your screen up and running here.
All righty. Okay. Let me get out of
And
this.
we'll go ahead and save questions to the end. But if you have any questions, feel free to throw them in here. I'm going to let Melva roll. We got a lot of stuff to cover today. A lot of exciting things happening with North American, if I could talk.
Yes.
Um, and with that, I'm handing the baton to you, my dear.
All righty. Hey, good morning. And again, thank you so much, Lisa, and to IMAS for allowing me to present here today. We've got a super fantastic accumulation product that has gotten even better effective today with a wonderful rate increase, which you'll see in a little bit. So thank you again for allowing me to present. So again, my name is Melva Newbrough, and I'm the internal wholesaler here, supporting IMS and various IMO relationships. And Lisa and I have been doing some presentations together for a while here. She is a breath of fresh air. So anyway, I have been with North American for 22 years. And one of those reasons is I truly believe in the company. So just a little bit about why North American. We're a privately held company. So one of the really nice things about being privately held is that we're not subject to those short-term earning pressures that publicly held companies often face. So we can really look out to the future and do our planning like that. And because of that, I feel like we've really been able to maintain our ratings to be able to say that we're A plus with AM Best, S&P, and Fitch is just a wonderful compliment to the company and to the leaders of this company. So we've had over 130 years of strength and stability. All right. One of the big perks, Lisa, I love listening to the beginning of that and hearing what all you guys get by joining the IMS family. And so one of the things that they allow us to participate in is allowing you to earn additional compensation by writing fixed indexed annuity business with North American. And that's through our exclusive producers connection. We call it the EPC. Program for short. I've also had it referred to as your extra pocket change program. I kind of like that, so I'll coin that for today here. Basically, how this works is that from the time that you start writing fixed indexed annuity business, once you hit $2 million in a calendar year, there's nothing you need to do. It's an automatic enrollment into this program. And what that's going to get you is an additional 50 basis points in commission going forward for the remainder of the calendar year. At $4 million, you're going to earn an additional 1%. And if you hit $8 million, you get into our chairman level, and that's an additional 1.5% additional compensation. So you're thinking, well, once I hit that 2 million and I get to earn that 50 basis points additional, what about the first 2 million that I wrote? Well, great news here is that we not only are going to pay you going forward, but we're going to pay you retro. So you are going to earn that additional 50 basis points back to $1. Once you hit that president level, once again, you're going to get the full 1% going forward, and we get you paid back to retro that $2 million level back to $1 from that $4 million. And same thing with the $8 million level. So how that works, basically, you're going to get, once you're into the program, the month that you get enrolled, let's say you get enrolled today, then your first bonus is paid out. We pay out the bonuses once per month. It's around the 5th day of the month, and it's paid on the prior month's business. So if you get enrolled today, your first bonus would go out around March 5th, and it would pay, if you're new to the program, it's going to pay you retro for that full first $2 million. And then going forward, continue to earn that 50 bips on any business up to the $4 million. All right, so I love that program. It's just an easy way to get some additional commission payments by writing our business, which is fantastic. All right, let's talk about this product that we're very, very excited with. VersaChoice is our top-selling accumulation product. So this is really where we shine as a company, and this is our product. So if you're working with someone that is looking for that good company strength, a good program, and some nice, good accumulated interest rates, VersaChoice is your key. It's a modified single premium product, meaning that you can go ahead and add money to it within that first contract year. Once the first year anniversary passes, then no additional contributions are allowed. It's a nice short 10-year surrender charge schedule product, 10% penalty-free withdrawals to the client, and those do start day one of the product. We're going to issue this all the way through age 79. I like to say that because as long as that client has not yet attained age 80, when we get the money to fund the policy, it is available. So through age 79. And your minimum premium to begin the product is $20,000. All right. One of the cool things about this product, when we're talking about a strong accumulation product, is that, I love this, they say one is the loneliest number. Well, basically, if your product is only offering you maybe one or two allocation strategies, that could, and you put all your eggs in that one basket, it could turn out disappointing for the client, right? So one of the things about the VersaChoice is the number of diversification options that we have available for the clients. We've got 9 uncapped strategies that illustrate anywhere from a 3.9 annual effective rate all the way up to 9.51. I do need to update this slightly with this rate increase. I didn't get that changed, but you'll see these wonderful rates in just a moment. We have index options from S&P and Fidelity. And then we've got some proven results on this product. So year-to-year performance strength. The actual average interest credited to clients in the VersaChoice product in 2020 was 6.7% for an actual annual average interest credited rate. And in 2019, it was 5.9%. So we've got the numbers to back the performance of this product. All right, let's take a look at these wonderful rates. So these are effective today. So as of today, if you say, gosh, I've got a client in mind, they've got some money here sitting in maybe a CD, and they want some accumulation potential. Give Lisa a call, give your marketer a call, and have them run you an illustration. These are live on the illustration software today. So here you can see we've got both low band interest rates and high band interest rates. So for the client that has between $20,000 and $75,000, they're going to earn a specific set of interest rates. If they have at least $75,000 or more to issue the policy, then it's going to benefit them with some higher growth potential. So what we're given here on this one sheet, it's called our rate spotlight. Love this thing, wish we would have had it forever, where it's giving you the annual effective rates based upon the most recent 10-year history, the highest 10 years out of the last 20, and the lowest 10 years out of the last 20. And I love looking at that low number because truthfully, this is saying out of the last 20 years, these clients would have still averaged, what if you're looking at our low volatility options, we're looking at 2.99, but all the way up to a 9.85. And that's the lowest 10 years out of the last 20. So some really nice numbers there. I'm going to have you take a look here at, we have both annual point-to-point and two-year point-to-point strategies. Again, as I mentioned, most of these are uncapped potentials with participation rates or an index margin. But within the annual point-to-point and two-year point-to-point, we have what we call our enhanced participation rate strategies. This does include a strategy charge to the client. However, it does almost double what the regular annual point-to-point is with no fee. So you've got an 80% participation rate on the Fidelity annual point-to-point with no fee. Buy that up all the way up to 140% with a 1.5 strategy charge. The two-year point-to-point, love this one. On the high band, that goes from 115% participation. And with this new rate spotlight, we moved that rate all the way up to a 205% participation rate, and that's for your annual strategy charge percentage of 1.5. So if you say, well, my client's not real sure if they want to, do a strategy charge percentage, there is a safety net to the strategy charge percentage, and you don't have to put all of it to a strategy charge. If the client says, I'll try maybe 25% of my money, then only 25% of their funds get charged that 1.5. So that's a really nice feature too. You can diversify however you want amongst any or all of these allocation options as long as your allocations add up to 100%. Where I was going with the strategy charge percentage is we do have a true-up feature. What that means is that at the end of the 10-year surrender charge schedule for this client, North American's going to take a look at what the client spent in charges to have those enhanced participation rates, and how much did they earn in return? How much credited interest rate did they earn by purchasing that enhanced participation rate strategy? Well, if they paid more than they earned, then North American is going to make them whole. So I liken this to a no risk opportunity for that client to earn some additional enhanced participation rate credited interest rates on their policy. But again, if they want no fee, no problem. We have all of those options for them as well. But if you notice, I know I've just run a couple of illustrations here this morning. That 2-year point-to-point with the enhanced is showing a 10.47 annual effective rate. Net the fee, you're still looking at 9.1. So that's pretty phenomenal for an accumulation product.
Guys, write that down. That true up feature is amazing. I mean, you're basically taking the risk off the table for your clients to be able to have an additional gain and not a small portion, a large portion. I mean, if your client comes back with almost an 11% return, I mean, I'm pretty sure you'd be the hero of the day. So, if you have any questions on that, jot it down. I'll follow up with all of you and be able to answer any of those questions. If there's anything I can't answer, I have Melva's number on speed dial.
Yes, she does.
I just give her a ring. I'll have you on the phone and we can pick her brain. But yeah, that true up feature, please note that, guys. That's not available with many people or many carriers. So take a note of that.
Yeah, I'm going to jot myself down a note too to add. little verbiage to my slides for the next presentation. But so that is that's our accumulation snapshot for you right there. And like I said, these rates are currently loaded into our illustration system on our website. So whether you're able to run those by yourself, you want to call Lisa, you want to do some case design, you guys want to conference me in, however that works, we just would love to have the opportunity to earn that business. I do want to bring up now a secondary idea for this VersaChoice. So it is, like I've mentioned, accumulation all the way. This is your home for that. Now, there is an optional liquidity rider that can be added to the product for a small fee of 60 basis points. This is not a required rider benefit. And in fact, 85% of our VersaChoice cases come in strictly for the accumulation. But that other 15% definitely has a home, and that's where you have a client that maybe is looking for a little more liquidity. The first ones are basically having an enhanced penalty-free withdrawal. So as I mentioned, the clients do have the opportunity to pull out 10% in that first year. But if they add the rider benefit and they don't take that 10% in a prior year, then they're going to go up to a 20% allowable withdrawal provision. It's going to stay at 20% until they take a withdrawal. It drops back down to 10, but again can go back up to 20% if they don't take a withdrawal in a prior year. So essentially, you're saying to the client, you would have access to pulling 20% of your full value, that includes any gains, every other year. So that's a pretty cool feature. Return of premium, again, client peace of mind. You're giving them that peace of mind that if they have an emergency or if they change their mind, within this 10-year contract, they only have to wait until after the third contract year, they would be able to say, I've got something going on here. This hasn't performed like I wanted. And they can use their return of premium feature where they get that premium back out of the contract, surrender charge free. I do like to mention the fact, because this is such a nice high accumulation product, that depending on what year of the contract they choose to utilize this return of premium, that it's akin to them sending us a surrender request. So we're going to calculate how much premium did they send us and what would the full surrender value be on the contract. So that would include any gains. If they've had a couple of really good years of gains, then their surrender value may definitely be higher than that return of premium. So just always remember that return of premium feature is a safety net for the client, and depending on how those years that they've been in the product have performed, the value may be higher than what that premium was that they submitted.
Hey, Melva.
Yes?
Does that include that you guys are going to return that 60 basis points fee as well?
It does mean that, yes.
What?
The fee does go back to them, yes, to the client. So it is a full return of premium feature.
Most carriers are going to hang on to that fee.
Yep. Very true. Good thought, Lisa. I do see the liquidity benefit rider being used somewhat for these two features, more or less that return of premium peace of mind. But the big feature on this rider benefit that I see the majority coming in with the rider is for these next two. And that is having an activities of daily living based surrender charge waiver. So let's say you're working with some clients here and they do not qualify for a long-term care policy. Or perhaps they're saying, gosh, the cost of a long-term care policy are just more than what I can handle. Well, this is a really nice optional alternative for that client. For that 60 basis point fee, you get all 4 of these features that are on my screen. It's not 60 basis points for each one. It's 60 basis points, all 4. So anytime after the issue date of the contract, if we get a physician's certificate or letter stating that the client cannot perform 2 out of 6 activities of daily living, that contract becomes 100% liquid to the client. And you may say, well, what's the underwriting on this? Well, that's another beautiful part, is the only type of quote, quote, underwriting we have for this is that the client, at the time they sign that disclosure statement, they are initialing that at that time they can perform all 6 activities of daily living. That's what makes them eligible for this surrender charge waiver on the rider benefit. You notice, okay, besides the surrender charge waiver, there's also this ADL-based payout benefit. That benefit simply means, again, we've got to get that physician's letter, but if you're in year 3 or above, there's a multiplier feature. So they can either take their full accumulation value, surrender charge free, or they can choose to, let's say the client's in year 5 of the contract. The multiplier feature in year 5 is 120% of the account value. So that full accumulation value, we're going to take that times 120%. The kicker is that gets paid out over 5 equal annual payments. So 5 annual payments, but you get a little bit more out of your accumulation value. So you'll see that starts day 1 of year 3 at 110%, goes up. If you're in year 6 or above, we're going to take 125% of that value. Really nice thing on non-qualified money, this does create an exclusion ratio. We do calculate that with the cost basis, so you're not having to pay all of the gains first. And I get questions on, well, what if I'm taking my payment and I've only received 2 payments and I pass away? Well, those 5 payments are going to someone, whether that's yourself or whether that's your beneficiary. The company is paying out 5 annual payments to someone.
Hey, Melva, I do get
Mm-hmm.
quite a few questions on this, and there's a little confusion on how that multiplier works. Can
Mm-hmm.
you run us and just maybe talk about a scenario? Let's say their accumulation value, just for easy math, is 100,000, and they can't perform 2 of the 6 ADLs in year 3. Can you go over what that payout would look like?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're going to take your 100,000 times 110%. So basically, your payout is going to be $110,000. So we're going to just divide that very simply into 5 payments. So that's going to pay $22,000 now and $22,000 for the next 4 years to someone.
So it's that easy, guys. You're just getting a heck of a lot more bang for your buck. It's going to help cover those bills when you can't perform 2 of the 6 ADLs. So definitely a good story to tell your clients. I call this the what if writer. What if I need money?
Yep.
What if I change my mind? What if I become, need nursing home care? This is my what if writer, is what I tell my guys. So this will cover your what ifs.
That's a nice way to put that, I think. Yeah, because it's really it has that use. That is exactly what it's used for, and that's why 15% of the sales, like I said, come in with the rider benefit, but the majority don't. Most clients, just want that accumulation play, but this is a great, like Lisa said, I love that, a what if rider. All right. Let's see, what else do I got here for you? Oh, so I had an additional really quick sales idea for Versa Choice that goes right along with the accumulation feature. So you're working on sales where you've got clients with this sum of money, they're needing accumulation. You say, oh, North American's got this great Versa Choice product. Now you're working with you've got a client base, and your client has passed away, and now you're working with their beneficiaries, and they've got a non-qualified annuity product, and they just can't handle all of that taxation because it's got a really, really high gain, right? Cost basis. So one of the things that you can utilize with North American is using our VersaChoice product for a non-qualified stretch. So it really goes hand in hand. Your clients are not only going to be able to stretch that taxation out, they're going to be able to get into these nice accumulation indexing options. And all they have to do is make sure they're taking their required minimum distribution based upon a beneficiary table each year beginning by the first anniversary of the date of death. So it's just another easy way to, or thought process to say, where does North American fall? North American falls with accumulation with the VersaChoice. I can send clients that don't qualify for, long-term care policy. We can use VersaChoice with that enhanced liquidity rider. I've got beneficiaries inheriting money that they can't afford to pay all the taxes on. VersaChoice is another home for that with this non-qualified stretch. And I'm very, very lucky that North American, the whole time that the Secure Act, everything was going on, North American was one company that never fell away from the fact that we would take these types of plans. We not only take non-qualified inherited money, but we also will take qualified inherited money. And up until very recently, we were one of the only carriers doing that. In fact, I think that there's still only maybe a handful of us, maybe 2 or 3, that are currently in that business of taking non-spousal inherited IRA money. Would you say the same, Lisa?
Yep. I mean, we have
Yep.
over 70 or 80 carriers here. I don't even know how many anymore. But North American, all the way when it comes to a qualified or non-qualified stretch, they've been the only ones that have stayed in the game. They've done it for I don't know how many years, and they're still holding strong with that. So yep, they're the first one I go to.
Yep. So times to think North American and times to think, VersaChoice or North American products. So keep those in mind. I want to piggyback real quick off from, I know Lisa brought up the fact that they have the Firelight e-app platform for you. If you notice.
Melva, I'm sorry to interrupt. I was just thinking about this, the qualified, and some of the conversations I have with my agents on qualified and unqualified stretches, inherited IRAs. There's a lot of opportunity, guys, out there for this. And because there's only a select few carriers that take them, think of how many advisors and clients out there that are not aware they even have an option. So having this idea in your back pocket, you would be surprised of how much opportunity you actually found even in your current client database or new clients as you're meeting them, ask the question, have you inherited anything? I mean, we've got some, just FYI, I've got some avenues for that too. You don't have to, I just don't want you paying all those taxes up front if it's not a good fit for you right now, and be the tax hero in that conversation. So a lot of opportunity. Put this in your back pocket.
Yeah, and we do have tools for you to help you as well. And I know Lisa has these also. We've got a really great non-qualified stretch brochure, and here's one of the pages in there is really saying, okay, here are your choices. You can do a lump sum death benefit. You can do a stretch death benefit. What are the benefits and the potential problems of each of those, to kind of give them a frame of mind of here's your choices and here's your pros and cons of those. Also giving them this wonderful life expectancy table, but really just showing them that the required minimum distribution is going to be a small amount depending upon their age. So it's just a nice way to have that client be able to stretch that gain, especially if they're not in a position to take it. One of the other things just to note and remember is that, if your client is under age 59 and a half, but you set up a stretch non-qualified or the inherited IRA plan, as long as it's coded by us as an inherited or stretch, that client does not get any type of pre-59 and a half penalty because they're taking these distributions under the plans set by the IRS and available from them. So that's a really nice way to think of it too. Do you want me to touch on the inherited IRAs real quick, or?
You know what? We've got a few extra minutes. Yeah, let's go ahead and fill their heads.
Okay, I'm going to give you just a little. I won't go as far and deep into it, but really basically the non-spousal inherited IRAs, really agents in 2020, January of 2020, when the Secure Act passed, I think a lot of agents just really thought that there were no more stretch IRAs available, as you can see here. They did a lot of good things with the Secure Act. However, they did say elimination of stretch IRAs. Well, that scared a lot of people, but essentially they didn't necessarily eliminate it. They did change the way it could be paid out. So instead of being able to pay that out or take that taxation over the beneficiary's lifetime like it used to be, they just basically said, okay, we're going to let you stretch that, but you have 10 years to figure out how to pay this back to us, how to pay all the taxes on qualified money. So we said, well, this is a great fit. We've actually got an 8-year surrender charge product called Performance Choice 8. We're going to continue taking these non-spousal inherited IRA plans because these clients, some of them, we just worked with a 43-year-old client who inherited $1 million in 401k money. So luckily, they were able to set up a stretch IRA with us and figure out with their tax advisor how over the next 10 years they were going to manage taking out withdrawals to manage that taxation without her having to have any type of pre-59 and a half penalties. So it's pretty powerful. And even if you've got older clients, the 8-year product writes all the way through age 85. So we had a sister that was 83, and they called and said, well, we can't do an inherited IRA for this client, can we? You bet, we have a home for that. So just kind of keep that in mind. The Performance Choice 8 actually allows for, I don't know what else on here, sorry. It allows for 10% penalty-free withdrawals. And so when Lisa or I run illustrations to show inherited IRAs, unlike your non-qualified stretches, with the inherited IRAs, I like to show 10% coming out each year after the first year through year 8. And then year 9 and 10, we're going to liquidate the remainder of those funds. However, there are no required distributions for this. The IRS only is concerned about that year 10 and making sure you have all of your taxes paid to them. But this is a really nice way for the clients to be able to work with that tax advisor and say, okay, I'm inheriting this much money out of, a 401k, pension plan, another annuity, IRA, whatever that may be, any type of qualified plan, and figure out how they're going to pay back those taxes to the IRS while inheriting those funds. Okay, there's some rates on Performance Choice 8. And at the end here, I just talk about non-qualified stretch IRA business. But really, the key here is knowing where North American fits. What types of business do you want to call Lisa or call North American for help with? Accumulation, potential liquidity needed, non-qualified stretch, non-spousal inherited IRA. Those are really are good fits for you guys.
Yep.
Oh, you know what I was going to do, Lisa, too?
Mm.
I almost forgot about the ACH really fast.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Good job.
Yes. So Lisa mentioned that they have us on their Firelight platform. We were definitely, North American was definitely one of the companies listed there, which is fantastic. If you haven't tried eApp, you need to give it a shot. I'm telling you, NIGOs, you're not in good orders, are cut almost, I don't even know. I think we have maybe 90%
I was gonna
in
say
good
it's got to be a
order
huge
utilizing.
number.
It's huge. It's a huge number because, like Lisa said, you're getting the right forms because the system's pulling them up for you. It has
Mm-hmm.
such a checks and balances system that it's making sure you are dotting your I's and crossing your T's, and that if you answered a question one way on one form, that it's going to match all the way through. It's just
Mm-hmm.
a very sophisticated, such a great system.
Yep.
One of the things that, go ahead.
Sorry, and just, for you guys, contracting and doing that through IMS and our Firelight on our website, we're more than happy to help you through, like walk you through it. Don't feel
Hmm.
like we're just gonna, say, here's a link, click it, good luck. It's, call your marketer. We're happy to get the ball rolling for you, help you answer some of those questions. We have our new business team that can help. We're all, a majority of us are trained here at IMS to help you with those Firelight apps. So take advantage of that too.
Absolutely. Yeah, and if you're, once you've done one, and it may take a little bit longer to do your first one, but once you've done one, I promise you, I don't know of hardly any agents that have done, one or two e-apps and then said, "Oh, forget this, I'm going to paper." I think
None.
once you get one or two under your belt, it's like, why did it take me so long to do this, right?
I agree. I totally
Wouldn't you
agree.
agree? Yeah.
Hmm.
So one of the things on the eApp system that North American does offer is if you if you're working with maybe a cash sale, for example, client has $100,000 sitting in their checking or savings account. So you go through the eApp, and your normal process is, even if you're using ESignatures, that still it comes to us and we can review it right away, right? But we still have to wait for that check to come through the mail. Well, one of the things that North American offers is on our eApp, it'll say under that cash or check, it'll say check, and it'll say, would you like to use a one-time automatic ACH to fund this application? And it asks for the information. It is part of the e-signing ceremony that you have to be an authorized signer on that account. But if you utilize that form and you do use the e-signatures, there's no waiting for that check to come in to have that in good order. That policy is generally issued within 24 hours of receiving that through the Firelight system.
I'm sorry, Melva.
So
Can you repeat that, please? Did you say 24 hours?
24 hours with an ACH form and an in good order application. It's truly amazing. And you know what that means? That means that you, the agent, gets paid all that much faster because we do pay commissions on a daily basis the day following the issue of the policy. So it's great for the client. They're not
Hmm.
having to mess around with their checks. It's great for you, the agent. You get paid faster, and just a great experience all the way around.
Yeah. Talk about not
Yep.
having to wait 20 days or set another appointment or any of that. I mean, I uh, I know a lot of you out there. I mean, you go back and you get a check from the client and all that. I mean, think about how you can just literally have this thing done in 24 hours. That's pretty cool.
It's fantastic. Hmm.
Hmm. Yep. Well, I'm going to launch another poll question here.
Okay.
Why I launched this, Melva, I am going to invite everyone to go ahead and also type in any questions that
Hmm.
they want us to answer here on the call. Otherwise, if you want to jot those down, I'll follow up with all you guys today or tomorrow. I'll send you the updated rate sheets. I will send you some info on the inherited IRAs and product guide for VersaChoice as well as the EPC program, which don't forget, I mean, just for writing the business you would normally write anyway, writing it with North American, they're going to give you a little extra cash in your pocket. And that's not coming from the client. It's not, I mean, this is truly coming from North American. So, and if you qualify for the 2 million, you're very close to qualifying for some of our IMS things too. So, I mean, hey, you know,
Win-win.
it's a win-win for everybody. But
Absolutely.
all right. Well, I think I've got pretty much everybody that's voted. Melva, is there anything else that we're forgetting that you think we need to add to people on this?
I can't think of anything. How about yourself, hon? You were really
Nope.
good at
I'm
jumping
glad you
in.
remembered the ACH because I keep forgetting to mention that. And I love that idea, especially when it comes to like year end and everybody's trying to push to get those numbers in and things paid and, you know, for tax reasons or
Yes.
whatever reason. Just something to keep in mind. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and end the webinar then. If nobody else has any other questions for us. Melva,
Okay.
again, your time is greatly appreciated. We love our partnership with you. And for all of you that came and joined us this morning, I want to appreciate your time. And I wish you all a wonderful day. Take care, everybody. Thanks,
Yay.
Melva.
Thank you so much, Lisa.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good day, guys.
You too.